Morning everyone, I'm R.P.Radford and I'm bringing you 50 years of chess, and I just want to explain that the game I'm about to show you is a remake of which was one of my earlier ones. It was of such poor quality and I was only just starting out doing this, and so I'm going to give you a much better, clear visual board to be able to see the game, because it was such a good game, it warrants that. And I was disappointed looking back at it, how poorly that first video I made of this game was just not up to it. So I've remade it and I hope you'll like it. So this game was a South Bristol A versus Downend A cup match, and the opposition were so strong. They had a couple of 200s on board 1, which are like national master strength, and I was on board 3 and I was playing against Brigden, someone who I've played quite a few times now, and I like him very much. He's a very nice man, and I think he's stopped playing chess at this time, but he was older than me, a fair bit older than me, and we do tend to go into retirement. I've kind of gone into semi-retirement. I only play occasionally now. But this game was played on board 3. Michael was quite highly rated. He was around 2000 at least. And in the ELO rating today, 175 was his ECF rating at that time. So I was white and I began with E4. Michael was playing a Sicilian, knight f3, d6, and this is a line where white exchanges the bishop, and he has 2 ways of taking it, but queen is regarded as the best way. So I'm now playing a wing gambit type thing, which probably caused Mike to wonder what I'm doing. So he's now brought the knight out, attacking the pawn, queen protects it, he's brought the other knight out, and I've exchanged pawns on c5. So now I can play my bishop into b2 with that nice a1 h8 diagonal. Mike plays e6, I castle, bishop e7, he's carrying on with his development of course, knight a3, castles, knight into c4. So I'm quite happy at the moment as the underdog. I've not got a bad position at all, and I think everything's going well. On the stockfish front, I can't tell you what's going on there in a second. I'll bring that to you if I can later. So Mike tapped the knight and I went into e5 under the protection of my other knight. So he's moved his queen across to b2. He's planning a queenside attack, but I also think after knight takes knight, knight takes knight, he can take my e-pawn on e4. So I've got to watch for that. So I protect it. He's moved his rook across to the centre from the a rook to d8. Queen e3. Knight takes knight, knight takes knight. Now he's attacking the bishop and I defend it with the pawn. So this is quite good. I'm happy with my position. Now he's attacking the centre with c4, but I'm not going to worry about that. I want to get an attack going against him because he's a far better player than me generally, and I might win maybe a game against him, but overall he would beat me most times. So I've played queen to g3. He's checked me on c5, gone in to h1, and his plan was to get my bishop off, which is something he wanted to do, and he's achieved that. So bishop takes, rook takes, and I push my pawn on. This is to try and open up something in the middle, and when I say in the middle, in e6, he's taken, he's weakening my pawns as much as possible at the back, giving me a weak d-pawn, but it's well supported by the knight on e3, so he can't touch it. On e5, sorry. So he can't touch it at this time. So he's brought his other rook into play, and it's looking quite good for him, but he's overlooked something here. I don't know if you can see it, but that was a mistake. I'll give you a moment to look at it, and then we'll come back. Can you see it? Pawn takes pawn. this was a serious mistake because now he has to defend that area where I've just the f7 area, and he's moved his queen across to try and make up for the mistake he made. But it's too late for that. After pawn takes pawn, it's become quite serious. And Mike plays king f8. So now I attack his back rank rook, which is unprotected. He either has to exchange or move it in a way that would be protected, which he did with rook c5. Rook c5. I could exchange rooks, but that's I can't get the fork check in on d7, winning the queen, because he has his rook on d4. So I've got another plan. I played knight into c5. I think this is probably the best move of the game for me, because I have clearly now got a major advantage over him, because he's forked. Whatever he does, he's going to lose the exchange, so he has to take, and I take back, and then he went to queen e1, and here's the killer move really. It's rook f6. That is devastating. This is a lost game now for Mike. It's very difficult for him to be able to recover from this. He takes a rook with the pawn, can't take it with the queen, of course, because the rook takes queen, and then queen g8, king e7, and queen g7. This has become a rout. I'm going to push the pawn on and check him, and even if he brings the queen across to f8, I just go queen takes f6, and I pick up the rook in the middle. So it's a very good win for me. First time I ever beaten a player of that level, and that's what made it a special game. And I just wanted to make sure that you got a proper, clear visual view of this game, because I was disappointed with the first video. Only I was just starting out doing this, and I didn't have a clue really. It's brand new, but I'm getting more experience with it, and this is a much better view. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it again if you've watched it already, and I hope those who have not yet watched it enjoy it also. And as for Mike, I really like him. He was such a nice guy. I've had numerous conversations with him. We played many times, and he has beaten me, by the way. He has beaten me in the past. So, but I have won, I think, more at the two of us when we've met. I think it's 3 wins to his 1 and 1 draw, something like that. But sometimes people have bogey players, and they can be weaker players than themselves. Players they find it very difficult to play against. And so take nothing away from how good this man is. He's also an international correspondence master, a correspondence international master. So you can tell he's a very good player. If you give him a chance, he'll kill you. Okay, right, that's it. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.